Oh wow.
For
So
you. Yeah, free
how
enjoy.
I take this and
Yeah,
I take meatball
and here.
and here,
Yeah, yeah,
take that here and
yeah,
then that.
yeah.
Okay. Oh man. I'll figure it out. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy, sir.
Thank you. Come on. No problem, y'all. It's not bad. What up, man? I don't know how to eat this shit. I talk so much shit about Vietnam. And I really don't like Vietnam. But I love Hoi An. I love this place. I might stay here another month, man. Can't beat the view. Look at what we got for breakfast. $5. Real talk, $5. I just don't know how to eat this. They eat this a certain type of way. I don't know. Well, Ack want to smoke a little baby. Yo, I'm still trying to figure out everything that happened in that. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, and it is what it is. I'm trying to stick this out with this whole franchise thing with Cap Stories. I probably done missed out, and I needed the money too. I probably done missed out on about $3,000 this week. So much shit happened, but I stopped doing reaction videos. I might do a reaction video on this academic shit. It might be too late. I don't know. I missed the Corey Holcomb thing. Reason why, because I'm trying to lock in this franchise. Like I'm like really one or two, maybe three uploads away where they'll just push my entire platform, like all the Cap Stories. But every time you do a reaction video, shit like that, you kind of mess it up. I ain't gonna go too far in that because this information I should be selling, not telling. But I think I'm gonna have to do a reaction on this academic shit. Yeah, I think you're right, Numai. I think I'm gonna do a reaction on this academic shit. Cause my Johnny Somali off centered my algorithm. So my last 4 videos ever since Johnny Somali ain't do as good as they should do. Cause they've been promoting it to people that watch Johnny Somali, so it ain't been working. I think academics will recenter my shit. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Talik Scott, how's it going? It's a guy doing a similar thing in Cap Stories. Well, first of all, tell me the name. I want to check it out, but that's good. I need that because I know for a fact I'm in front of that whole crowd, and when people start doing the same thing or something similar, it's gonna really help out. Please tell me you familiar with Rashard from the Young Turks? No. I hope it's something similar because I'm all of that. Anybody that starts doing anything like that is just gonna add to my algorithm. Um, it's certain people I could have pulled to the side and told them to, I know certain people on YouTube that I could have pulled them to the side and told them to start doing it. Because I'm literally creating this sector. Literally, it's hard as hell though, because the algorithm has to find a crowd for it. So I'm literally building a sector, and like the more people join the sector, the more it'll help me out. But one thing that I learned: fuck motherfuckers, man. Nobody helped me out. Nobody tell me what to do. Nobody gave me any advice. I had to do it on my own. And usually when you try to help people out, it don't work for you. Or if they do it and they don't do it right, or if they do a whole bunch of episodes and you ain't promoting them, which I'm not gonna do, you turn into the enemy. You see what I'm saying? You turn into an enemy. This guy did a piece about Rashad. Oh, nah. That's not Cap Stories. You talking about Cam James. I saw that. Look, ain't nobody doing, I'm waiting for somebody to do something like Cap Stories. It's gonna help me out. Ain't nobody doing nothing like that. See, what I did is, people always have videos. What you're talking about, Cam James. What Cam James is doing is more like CoffeeZilla, right? So then you got CoffeeZilla. Um, Cam James, yeah. You got CoffeeZilla. That's more what Cam James is doing. That's like exposing people. Like, I'm telling you the people on my second page. I don't be giving game out like this. But you got CoffeeZilla. That's more exposing people, right? That's Cam James. Then you got let's say Trap Lord Ross. He just pretty much does hip hop documentaries, right? Then let's just say you have somebody like Patrick CC, right? He does commentary. Pretty much what I did is I combined all of it. Cam James don't tell no jokes. He just sits there and he exposes people. It's no different than CoffeeZilla. No different. What I did is I took that, I combined it, and I did it by accident. I'm not about to sit here and say that I thought this up. Once I realized what I did, I was just like, okay, let's just go with it. But I took what CoffeeZilla was doing, a little bit of that, because his shit is just straight exposing people. That's just what it is. Receipts, all that, exposing them. I do a little bit of that, not too much. I took that, I combined it with Trap Lord Raw shit, which is like the documentaries, and I just threw jokes on top of it, with a little bit of commentary like Patrick CC, and I created my own formula. I'm waiting for somebody to start doing something similar, like really similar to what I'm doing with the jokes and all that, because it's only gonna help me out. It's happening at the right time. I'm not a small page anymore. If I was doing this at 10,000 subs, somebody like Anton Daniels would come and see it, take it, and it'll crush your shit because they already at a bigger place. You know what I mean? They taking your shit. Your shit will never see the algorithm because it's a bit. I learned that when I was doing shit with Kwame Brown. Like if you're not big enough and you introduce something, a bigger content creator will take it and make it their own. And once you do that, they just gonna crush what you doing. They're already in the algorithm. That's not the case here. But I'm waiting for somebody to do something similar, man. I've been keeping up with what they call him, Frashard. They call him Fraud, Frashard Richie or something like that. That's what they call him, Frashard Richie. They tore his ass up. Pause. They tore him up though. I ain't gonna front. There's a few jobs I couldn't get because I didn't have a degree. I saw that shit, I started taking notes. I don't think I'm going back to a 9 to 5, maybe. I don't think I am. But I saw that shit, I started taking notes. I was like, wait a minute, this nigga got nowhere to go places and get these degrees? All you gotta do is send him $500? And it was similar. Cam James, I've been following him. Yeah, so starting as a small YouTuber is best to stick to a popular stream. I wouldn't necessarily say that. That's a good question. I'll tell you like this. At any level, if you come up with doing something that ain't nobody's doing, at some point, the algorithm gonna recognize it, you're gonna break through. When you're a smaller content creator on YouTube, it's harder. Because at any moment, a bigger platform can see what you're doing and just take your format. There's nothing nobody can do about it. You can't protect ideas. You can protect names, you can protect brands, you can't protect an idea. What's up, Medusa? So, I mean, I'm gonna start some classes on this within the next year. Really, I would tell somebody if they came up with something that's new and nobody's doing, I would personally tell them to stick to it. But it's always going to be a risk of somebody bigger taking your format. I would still tell you to stick to it. What will happen is eventually when you break through, you'll be able to expose a person for stealing your shit, which I'm gonna do at some point. I'm not there yet, but at some point I'm gonna expose people for stealing shit from me, stealing jokes, stealing platforms. I mean, all this shit may sound crazy to y'all. I don't care because one day y'all gonna see it's not crazy. Uh, I had a Twitter page. I did a movie with Kevin Hart a long time ago. I had a Twitter page. Let me explain, right? Next thing I know, Kevin Hart coming out with a whole special. Let me explain. Then they're trying to hack my Twitter and trying to take the Twitter from me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I went through this a couple times. Miss Rod, what's up with you? I went through this a few times, man. And the thing about it is these people steal your shit because they're figuring and hoping, sometimes they don't even care, that no one's gonna ever see you or hear from you, right? Which is the part why I feel like I'm not gonna chase everybody down. Some shit you gotta let go. But the bigger the thief and the bigger the person, I'm gonna say something. Like, I'm probably never gonna say nothing to Anton. I don't give a fuck about no Anton. I'm call Kevin Hart out, man. Tony Rock, I'm call them dudes out, especially they in my field. I'm gonna call them dudes out, right? Because I don't like the fact that they do it. No, I know this because I've been backstage with artists doing shit like that, and I'll be the one nigga to say something. And they kick me from backstage, or oh, don't hang with that dude. Especially comedy, they big time thieves. They big time thieves. You know, but I ain't gonna get no rent, man. I ain't gonna get no rent. This coffee is wonderful. It's from salted. Vietnam is known for their coffee. Some salted coffee. Miss Ra, I got your message. I would like to check out that Google VO. I'm gonna get back with you on that. Vietnam is known for their coffee, y'all. I will say, it's not no hype. They got some pretty good coffee, but that shit'll keep you going for hours. Very strong, very strong. I got a whole buffet here for like $8. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what breakfast looked like today. $8. Only thing missing is I ain't got no woman out here. That's the only thing missing. Last time I brought milk out here, I ain't messing with milk no more. At least not for right now. I might get bored one day, but I'm tired of fucking with hoes. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I needed this part of my life. I don't want to fuck with no more hoes. Like, I don't even want a hoe talking to me. Like, straight. I don't even want a hoe saying anything to me. I'm liable to be in a room and scream out, "Shut up, hoe." Anyway, let's get to the topic. There's a few things we can talk about. Another day, another virus. They got some bat virus that, I don't know, man. It done killed 60% of the people that caught it. From India. Makes me want to get out of here. I'm in Vietnam right now, but it does make me want to leave this part of the world. Because the hygiene here is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Motherfuckers dig up in their nose right in front of you. Don't wash your hands. They just like the pale-faced demon. Digging their butt. Like, hygiene is ridiculous. I haven't been to an Asian country yet where it ain't been ridiculous. Right? I'm gonna say Thailand is a little bit better than where I'm at now with it. You can go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna say 60% of the people there are gonna wash their hands, but it's gonna be a good majority of them that's gonna walk right out the door. I don't even think I've seen a European wash his hand yet. He said sometimes it's gold to find. That's what I'm talking about. Digging for gold. I remember my niece was a little kid. She was digging for gold up in her diaper and stuff. That's why my mom said, "Oh, she up in there digging for gold." He up in there digging for gold. Kids can get away with it because they kids. They don't know what the fuck going on. You tell me you 45, 50 years old, they get up in your ass. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got me thinking about that Cam James joint. Nate the lawyer jumped on it. It was a small, and that's a good, I ain't gonna hop around to these conversations. Let me try to stay on track. Let me finish this Cam James and then we jump back to the virus ship. That's another good example. But I ain't gonna come at Cam James. Cam James is super liberal. I've been watching Cam James for about a few months now. He very respectful. Can be a little monotone. Who he done called out so far? He done called out the Hebrew Israelites. I already knew that about the Hebrew Israelites. My beliefs are not the same as them. I'm gonna tell you who the Hebrew Israelites are. And he didn't get into this part because I lightweight think that dude is bisexual. That's just me. That's just me. I could be wrong. Y'all know I'm a little older. The below 30, they have the right to be this way. The below 30 blacks, they're a little bit too, what's the best way of putting this? They're a little bit too progressive for me. And they're a little bit too adamant about, like, they're a little bit too aggressively adamant when you say something against LGBTQ. Let me explain myself on that. I don't think anybody should be assaulted for what they do with their dick. But if I have a problem with the lifestyle, ain't nothing wrong with me. Not a bigot, or I'm not evil because I have a problem with that lifestyle. The below 30 in the black community are, not every single one. I ain't saying you knew mine or anything like that, but compared to my generation, they get a little bit too hype. I'm from a generation where, and I can say there are probably people that are very homophobic in my generation, but then again, there's people homophobic in every generation. But I'm gonna say it started fizzling out, the homophobia or whatever, started fizzling out in my generation. But the generation after that has went full-fledged, like, pro-LGBTQ. I'll never be pro-LGBTQ. That's none of my business. I look at that stuff like, I just look at it like that's those people lifestyle. It's not my right to fight for them because I don't live that lifestyle. 80s baby, correct. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something about this 80s baby stuff, Miss Ra. They have a lot of audacity to talk shit about our generation and generations before. You know why? TV programming. They had a lot of homophobic stuff in TV programming growing up. So, okay, you raise me on this type of stuff that can come off as homophobic, right? And then when I get older and I still feel this way, we know the most important years of your life is the first 15 years. So if you're raising me up on all this TV programming that's sort of homophobic, and I grow older, and let's say that I am homophobic, it's all my fault. You raised me up on that. Now, they did have some stuff that they snuck in there with us, like Ren and Stimpy and all that was very gay, to put it simple, very gay. But it's a lot of stuff they had, rap. They put rap all in our face, which is very homophobic. You preach that. We didn't have no power on what was on being on TV and what y'all was programming us with, right? So let's say I grow up and I feel like that now. Let's say I grow up just like how I grew up with the 90s gangster rap. Let's say I grow up, I don't give a fuck about a bitch, beat a bitch, fuck these F words. Let's say I full-fledged take on that as my identity. Well, you raised me up on that. You raised me up on that. You put that all up in my face. So now I'm supposed to go older and just change like that? Man, the world don't work like that. The world don't work. I had the same conversation with my mom. Same conversation with my mom. Not to bring her into this, but it's similar. It's like, wait a minute, you expected me to talk to you like some respectful son when you done told me many times when I was young, when I turned 18, I don't like the way you do this and do that, get out of here and I ain't never got to come back. So I'm supposed to go older and say, oh, I love you? That just ain't how the world works. You used to dealing with me when I was a kid and I was in high school and I ain't formed my own mind. Said it was correct. I'm a grown ass man now. You can't raise me up on poison and expect me to grow up and be all lovey-dovey. I'm gonna give you the poison right back that you put into me. See what I'm saying? And that just not for my mom. That's for society, all that. I don't like that no accountability shit because I'm very accountable. Even that broad I took on that date, I told her, I said, I shouldn't have brought you on the first date around these other comedians. I don't like what I saw after that, but I'll take accountability. I don't want to go on no tangents. I'm also learning like this. Be careful who you hold yourself accountable in front of, right? If you're working with somebody or you're around somebody that don't take no accountability, fuck them. Don't explain to them. Don't explain to them. Especially if they're older than 30. Don't explain to them. Because what you're doing is you're being truthful and righteous in front of somebody that don't give a fuck. Just don't be accountable with them too. Period. Just don't. But me, on a personal level, I like to be accountable. I'm gonna always hold myself accountable on a personal level. You have to, so you don't make that mistake again, right? You don't have to tell other people, fuck all that. You know what I mean? If you're dealing with somebody that ain't accountable, don't ever want to take accountability for what they do. You ain't got to be accountable with them, but to yourself. Be accountable, man, because you don't want to make that mistake again. You don't want to make that mistake again. But we living in a world where people put all kinds of shit in your brain and shit like that as a kid and expect you to just grow up and you get older, that it just disappear. I'm not even on my parents or anything like that. On society, they put all kinds of shit in front of our face. And when we supposed to grow up, we supposed to be like, oh, I don't remember that. When your most important years are the first 15 years, right? So Cam James, he just comes off a little bit too progressive. Like, and it ain't just him. It's a host of black commentators that are like 30 below. That's just like, what they're trying to do. And I got a feeling one day I'm gonna go viral on something that I'm saying in a negative way, and I don't care. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to combine black civil rights with the LGBTQ movement. And we just not gonna let that happen. We're not letting that happen. You can be pro-black and not be about LGBTQ. Yeah, I've been watching him for a while. I feel like somebody looking at me, man. I feel a pale-faced demon looking at me. I just can't tell where. I mean, he cool. He cool. What happened though? This is a good. This is why I wanted to jump in this. This is what happened. Somebody else, a smaller page, exposed Rashard Ritchie for this. It was a much smaller page. I went on a tangent and forgot this whole line of thinking. But Cam James saw it and did more research and blew it up to a bigger crowd. And didn't get to do no, I think now he done tagged him on a couple joints, but he didn't give the smaller page no, he didn't tag the smaller page at first, nor did he mention them at all, right? That's YouTube. Yes, Miss Raw got it. Yes, it was a white dude first. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what they do on YouTube. And, you know, I just don't want to be one of those people. You can still do it and get the views. What's wrong with saying this dude discovered it first, and I just did a little bit more research? It's one sentence. What's wrong with saying that? And these people that when you look at them, you hear them talk, you think that they're good, cool people. But then when you start going deeper, you start finding out, man, this is just a cold game. It's just a cold game. What's up with you, Cam? It's just a cold game. But yeah, you're right, Miss Ra. I figured that out too. Because I had saw a clip, once I watched the Cam James video, I had saw a clip of a white dude talking about this. I looked at the date, I was like, wait a minute. He was on this a while ago. I just watched that whole video. Cam James didn't mention him one time. Not one time. You know, and I feel like, and y'all, you know, if you don't agree with me, it's fine. That's what my page is for. I never wanted a whole bunch of people to come on my page and just agree with me. That's not what my page is for. And I'm not that type of person that's like that. I'm not the type of person that just want people around me that's always gonna agree with me. But maybe I'm taking this stealing and this thieving shit too far. But I just look at that as bad characteristics. I do. Especially when it's something so small, and it's something so small, and it's not even gonna affect your views. Especially, you know, like, that's just me. That's just me. I thought they was gonna bend. I thought the Young Turks was gonna bend, get Rashard Richey out of there. Because he came back with proof of his degrees and they were fraudulent. Then he did a straw man argument. He acted like Cam James was arguing about something else and then argued about that. Not what he was talking about. I should have found that white dude's name and mentioned him instead of Cam James, because that's really the dude that did all that. And if Cam James ever sees this and hears, he'll start talking. Let me shut up, man. Why do you feel this way about me? Maybe I could have mentioned it one time. That dude, I'm saying, I think I don't know what the Gen Z shit starts. But just then Gen Z shit is weak, man. It is. Cam said that they are next. Who says next? Oh, the Young Turks. Yeah. Man, that Rashard Richey dude came on there looking like he was about to cry. That's when I knew he was guilty. Then he did a straw man argument. He went to something that ain't have nothing to do with anything, and then I started arguing that. And that's how white people do shit. That's how white people do shit. It shows character when you can't give people props for real. I'm gonna tell you what. That's mostly online. You're gonna find more people to take shit from people and not get them props. You're gonna find people, it's like, yo, I got this from this guy. As much as I don't like this dude, one person that's good at doing that, giving people, telling people where he got the information from, is O'Shea Jackson. I don't like the dude. He know not to ever put my name in his mouth. I would destroy that dude. He's one of those people. He made a video about me when I had 500 subs. He never expected I was gonna get big. At any moment, I could virtually bust that dude in the mouth. I may wake up one day and just make a video about him. I don't like that dude. I can't stand him. But he is good at getting information. I'm giving props. He is good at getting information and telling you where he got it from. Ain't a lot of people online like that. He made a video, O'Shea Jackson made a video about me a long time ago. Said all kinds of shit about me and didn't say my name in my page, right? And then he said, it was something like, I'm paraphrasing, where he was like, 99% of these times, these guys don't even break 1,000 subs. The only reason why I ain't went at O'Shea Jackson yet, because I'll fuck him up so bad, he report me for bullying and harassment. That's his style. If he can't handle you, he thinks he's good at roasting. He's not. Right? He done got sent to the sky a couple times online. But he's one of them folks, when he loses, he don't know how to take an L. Really, all them niggas from that manosphere sphere, I wouldn't fuck with too many of them. Because when they get embarrassed, they like to try to get your page taken. Like, Zoom to Thailand does that. Some dude criticized him. He wrote this whole letter. He gave it to that dude, whatever his name is. And that dude sent it to everybody. And I don't even know if Zoom knew it, but it was like it was a whole WhatsApp that had that letter. Before he sent it to YouTube, a whole bunch of people had that letter. And he got the dude page taken. I don't even really think the dude was like going overboard. He was just roasting him. They all like that. Like, this is another reason why I created this page. Because if it really come down to it and it's like, I really got to say something about somebody, go ahead, you can take this shit. You can take this page. But you got to watch out on YouTube, man. Ain't no rules. Ain't no rules. If you see me take somebody's page, just remember it ain't no rules. And one thing that I realize is don't give people the same courtesy that they wouldn't give you. You know, if it's anything I regret with that Zoom in Thailand dude, I ain't gonna front. It still fucks with me to this day. I don't lose no sleep over it. But if my brother was there when that shit happened, he almost said my real name. He would have said, Moxie, we not going home until you beat this dude ass. I don't give a fuck he crying. He just tried to jump you. I should have whooped his ass. He tried to jump me. He started crying, and I'm like, man, let me leave this old man alone, right? Because he crying profusely. Tears just flowing, man. Why? What problem do you have with me? I kind of let the tears get to me because I was kind of shocked that I seen a 60-year-old man crying in front of my face. I should have fucked him up. If I was like my brother, I would have fucked him up anyway. And that was the right thing to do. The right thing to do was to fuck him up. Because it's like, no. 2 minutes ago, you just tried to jump me. You just tried to jump me 2 minutes ago. So I'm supposed to give you, supposed to let this go because you crying? No, man. I don't let female tears drive me one way. Why I let this nigga tears drive me in one way? That's one regret I got with that. I still should have fucked him up anyway. Even more, because you just tried to jump me. If I wasn't willing to fight all 5 of y'all, I would have been on the floor bleeding. See what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But, I'm off that Cam James shit. He did the Hebrew Israelites. Who else he do? I think he was lightweight fair to Hebrew Israelites. Lightweight. They have a lot of atrocities behind closed doors that they do in their organization. They're funded by the Freemasons. And when you go deeper down the rabbit hole, just like with the Nation of Islam, it always ends with the J community. Always. When you go figuring out where this shit started from, you end up connecting the dots. Man, the Jewish community put these people on, man. That's why they have some lies that they preach about. That's why it's so messy. It's almost purposely done like that. Yeah. Ain't it great that most of us have lives that we enjoy? Imagine making an account and going on random live streams talking about you collecting kids. I don't know, weirdo goes on people's page saying shit like that. Like, when we supposed to have a shock factor? Oh, he's a Pokemon, he went to jail. Yeah, but them Hebrew Israelites, they've been having a lot of problems. I'm thankful for them because I met a few of them in LA, and there was a lot of shit that I knew, but I didn't really connect the dots, and they sort of helped me connect the dots. I went to one of their meetings, and when I went to one of their meetings, I already knew what it was. Like, this shit is corrupt. I mean, 2 niggas was about to fight in this meeting that I went. I'm like, want me to time them out? Nah, they all right now. They come on there and say some stupid shit like that again. I don't know what makes people go online and say stupid shit like that, though. Well, we went to one of them Hebrew Israelite joints, and I knew from the jump. It just had a government feel behind it. Real talk, it had a government feel behind it. But they did help me connect some dots. But I knew not to ever represent that shit. I ain't gonna lie. He said loneliness. Yes, that's true. Loneliness does make people act like that. That's true. You know what? Kamikaze, you are appreciated for who you are. You are well loved. You ain't gotta go online acting like that, man. Here, let me give you a hug, man. Here you go. If Jade was here, she'd give you a virtual hug too. I can watch Hebrew Israelite, them little videos where they be outside the train stations just sit talking shit. I can watch them videos for an hour. I do get them respect for that. They're not afraid to go out there and say the truth. And I think about them. I think about Dr. Umar, where some of your message is correct, you just file as a person. So I just can't listen to everything you're telling me. Some of the shit you saying is correct. It's a lot of people online that like that. Charleston White is like that. There's a lot of people like that. A lot of shit be funded and connected some way through that. In our community, they fund shit just to sabotage it. They don't do that with anybody else's community. They pretty much run our HBCUs. They run them. Yep, you already got it, Cam. They run them. Then the same pale-faced demons in your face will talk to you like they helping your community. You shouldn't have any problems with the Jews. We funded all the HBCUs. Shut your pale-faced demon ass up. Funded all our schools so you can control the information. We funded NAACP so you can make sure it does never stand on its own too and really make a real impact in the neighborhood. That's why you fund it. You're not trying to help anybody. In that case, then let me start up a Holocaust support group. You think that those PFDs would let you set up a Holocaust? We're trying to help them. You don't look like one of them. Every one of y'all motherfuckers need to take that TikTok app the fuck off here. Oh, I got some other people. Let me be a little quiet. There's some PFDs around here. But y'all all should take TikTok off your phone. I got it off my phone. I'm probably gonna have to have some type of account though. I ain't gonna lie, just to grab clips. I never use TikTok anyway. I should have. Too late now. They done brought that app. So heartbreaking. They done brought that app and changed up so much shit. Apparently, the word Epstein is banned in DMs on there. I seen that today with TikTok. Can't say Epstein in DMs on TikTok. We ain't got no control. We don't have no control. Clips for research. That's the only thing it's for. Clips for research. India banned TikTok because he said China was taking data analytics. But it makes me think that maybe some of this is a lie, that they just wanted the IDF to get a hold of it anyway. I'm so glad I didn't start my social media presence on TikTok. Though it could have benefited me. I'm not gonna lie and say it couldn't have, but I'm glad I didn't put everything in TikTok. As soon as I cross 100,000, I'm gonna get real aggressive at trying to leverage my shit and get people on TikTok or somewhere else. I can't have YouTube hold everything. I can't. That's a big mistake. You can lose everything overnight with YouTube. You lose everything overnight with YouTube. I'm in a good position though, because I got people to YouTube that can speak up for me. Every content creator don't have that. Only maybe like 2% has that. So even if Zoom wrote a letter, it wouldn't do anything. Like, it wouldn't do anything. Like, but still, I don't, I don't feel comfortable calling myself fully independent until I can leverage this shit somehow. But yeah, it's sad to hear that they took that app and changed it overnight. I have a feeling, I'm very hopeful that someone's gonna start up another app. People can speak freely, man. A lot of people are clipping their TikTok accounts. A lot of people are clipping their TikTok accounts. So I got PFDs right here. You know what? A group of us should go out and act like them. A group of us should do that. A group of us should just go around and just get as closest to him as we can, listen to everything he's saying, just infiltrate their groups. We should do that. It's a fan base is supposedly like that. I have to check it out. I have to check it out. We have to get the fuck up off of their apps, man. We do. We do. What else is going on? I ended talking about academics. There's still some research I gotta do about that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because y'all like family. I don't like lying, period, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I should have been did an academics cap story, but I've been kind of holding back from it. Because I still have some integrity left. Only reason why I haven't done it is that I appreciate the fact that he created a lane that was not connected to the media, that people such as myself can take advantage of and no longer have to, rely on Hollywood, if you want to say. So I give respect for people. I do. The older I get, the more I'm realizing, as much as I like being that, all that is a weakness. This is what it is. We're in a very evil world. It's all a weakness. It's all a weakness, and I'm kind of holding back on somebody that probably wouldn't do me. If the roles were reversed, he probably would have had 3 or 4 Roxy approved crap stories out right now about me. They have no problem talking about anybody else. It's all content. It's all content. So I am going to do an academics cap story. I'm just not going to lie. I've been very hesitant to do it because he has developed a lane for people, whether you like the man or not. I have criticized him on my page before. It ain't like I ain't criticized him. But the entire cap stories are something else. said, it goes back to being raised with integrity. It's hard to change. That's a fact. Yeah. You know what's even crazy about that? Is the people that taught me that shit didn't even have integrity like that. That's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it. They didn't even have integrity like that. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I'm the only one that caught this lesson. Like, y'all know, a lot of y'all come from the do as I say, not as I do household. I did. I don't even like hearing that Christian stuff from my family anymore. Go tell that shit to somebody else. I mess with it. I do leave. But it's like, I don't even want to talk about it with y'all because I'm not a child anymore. I know for y'all it's performative. Y'all not even living this shit out. You just want to use it. You almost use it as some weapon to make somebody feel bad. But a lot of the shit you done and said to me ain't got nothing to do with Christ. It's really for you to have a guilt trip on somebody. I will bring out the Bible and break down a whole bunch of shit that you done did and said that's demonic. Miss me with that shit. That's why I've been studying Machiavelli. I hate to keep bringing him up, but that's why I've been studying him, because I'm starting to find out I have a lot of characteristics that are good characteristics, but where I'm going, they're all weaknesses. So I'm in the middle ground where I'm trying to keep my characteristics, but still grow in this framework that I've caught myself in. Because my characteristics can stun my growth. Are y'all following me? So I'm trying to figure out how to grow this platform without losing my characteristics. And there is a way to doing it. There's a way of, I like helping people out. You know, I couldn't tell you how many people that I wanted to, and I tried to help them on YouTube free of charge, just for the fact that they were black. Just for that. And it's a weakness. It's a weakness. And then you find yourself frustrated. Like I said, I'm not gonna continue to talk about these dudes, because I know, especially y'all that's been watching me, it's gonna become too repetitive, and I know that. But I'm just telling y'all, that's why I was so frustrated with them dudes, because it's like, these niggas is clowns. We have nothing in common. They don't have a history of winning. You can look at some of these niggas, fuck with you. Look how you dress, look how you look, look how you talk. No reason to help these dudes out, other than they were black. And this whole time, you trying to plot on me? It'll end up leaving you like this. And it'll make you not want to help nobody out anymore. For what? When there is a way of helping people out. I'm saying now you have to put a little fee behind it. Don't do it free. You know why? A person that's willing to pay you a fee for the information you have is less likely to do the shit than somebody you just helping out free just because y'all both black. It's less likely. You see what I'm saying? But I don't, especially my community, I don't like charging them for shit. All that shit getting thrown out the window. It is. It's all getting thrown out the window. If you're scared, go to church. Ain't that what they say? If you're scared, go to church. He said, I remember Corey H. said a few years back, he said, you're going to see characteristics about your parents you ain't going to want to believe. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's somebody I can listen to because he tells the truth, and he just says shit that people are afraid to say. I messed around with it a little bit, but I don't want to put my whole entire family business out there, because it's another thing that goes on. When you get beef with somebody, everything you put out there, they're liable to use it against you, and it's fair. And some of this shit, I can say some of this shit because it's my family. Some of this shit, if I seen some of these lowball niggas who ain't never been outside say some shit, trying to get at me, say some shit about my family, I want to come looking for these niggas. I will. I want to come looking for these niggas. I'm not from that generation where you can just sit behind the screen and talk all this shit, and you just never gonna see the motherfucker but say all kind of crazy shit. I try to go out my way to make sure I run into you somewhere. Then you're putting yourself in the risk of going to jail. Because once again, these dudes ain't got no integrity, right? They ain't got no integrity. Shit, Academics is one of them. Academics will talk shit about you, tell you pull up, pull up. You pull up and you fuck that dude and his security up, he's calling the cops. Cops. So it's like it's a term they have for it. You can't let people talk you out of your position. So I'm not willing to say a whole bunch of shit. I can go real deep on certain shit that I've seen in my family, and it's not really about talking bad about my family. It's about, I know some of y'all are going through the same things. That's what it's really about. Then try to claim civilian. Yeah, that's, yo, this nigga Academics be talking like he tough like that. He be talking like, how the fuck did he get smacked with security? And I didn't want to believe it at first, but the way he's acting, because when he told the story, he was trying to act like he didn't get touched. But then it's like, nigga, you too mad, my nigga. Like, I can get it where somebody raised your blood pressure, because I just had that happen the other day. Dude didn't do anything. He just raised my blood pressure. And I hate it when it's like that, because your adrenaline going, and it's like, for what? So then you got to do something to calm yourself down, right? It wasn't like that with him. He was almost talking like somebody had, ain't no video about this come out, I don't know if it exists, but he was almost talking like he's trying to get ahead or something. He was really mad. But then you saying you ain't get touched. Like, what the fuck is going on? Did you or did you not get smacked, nigga? Like, let me tell y'all something that I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know. Be wary of listening to people. Definitely be wary of putting people in your circle that ain't went through too many L's and don't know how to deal with it. It's obvious that Academics has not had a lot of L's before he got online. Every time I've seen him take an L, he has dropped the ball and don't really know how to take the L. You know, and it's like some of the shit I understand, like I do understand him going live about it and doing all these long live streams. You got to make money off of it. You know, if he'd got knocked out, it'd be stupid not to go live about it. He probably done made probably $20,000-$30,000 off of this incident online already. So it's stupid to not go online about it and talk about it. But it's just the way he does it. His content is really for people that never really been outside. It's for them that don't like, never really been in a real life altercation, right? Like, what did Kevin Samuel say? Kevin Samuel said, I don't like the way he said it, but I agree with what the idea he was saying. He said, you got to put yourself in situations where you get punched in the mouth. Because he was like, you really don't know who you are until you get punched in the mouth, and how you handle it after that. I agree with that. I just don't agree with putting yourself in situations where just be who you are. Eventually, as long as you outside, you are who you are. At some point, you're gonna be in a situation, rightfully so or not, somebody gonna punch you in the mouth or wanna punch you in the mouth. Especially New York. Go live in New York, man. New York, people punch people in the mouth randomly. You could be walking down the street and a dude could have a bad day, just punch somebody in the mouth in New York. I love the city. I love that city. I love the city. That's a fact about New York. Shit. I told y'all when I got stuck on that cocaine for a few months, I used to go outside in New York looking for somebody to punch in the mouth. Yeah, that wasn't me. It was the cocaine, but that was a real time in my life. I look back at that, man. The Most High had my back. He dead today. If it's any city you should never be like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's New York City. It's New York City. I literally would sit there and take cocaine. I was trying to kill myself. I literally would sit there and take cocaine. And fuck that. Somebody gonna see what's going on today. They go outside, Sherlin jacket, all of that. $2,000 boots, all of that. Go outside, look for somebody to smack, punch in the face. God had his hand on my life, man. He did. God had his hand on my life. Somebody could have killed me, man. I fucked this Puerto Rican dude up real bad, man. Real bad. I fucked this Puerto Rican dude up so bad, I actually had this video. I'm just not dumb enough to put it out. Maybe one day I'll put it out. I fucked this Puerto Rican dude up so bad. To be honest with you, he hit me first, right? But I asked for it. This was 2 days before the other dude punched me in the face and then went on the train and almost killed somebody, and he's still on the run. I told that story many times. See, God meant for all that to happen. 2 days before that, this Puerto Rican was at this comedy show that I was at. His broad had a fat ass, right? And she saw me looking at her. And of course, she was trying to make the dude jealous. She came over and talked to me. But that was her boyfriend. And I knew she was trying to make the dude jealous. So I started hollering at the chick, and I acted like the dude wasn't there. I put my hand around her waist and all of that. And the dude was like 5'5". He came and smacked me. And it was almost like while his hand was in the air, I was already up swinging. So it was like pow. It was like bing, 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 bing. So the dude fell outside, went outside, and I went outside and finished the job. The motherfucking ambulance was driving by, saw me fucking him up, and just pulled over and put the dude in the back of the ambulance. True story. I have a video. I was on cocaine, y'all. Don't ever do cocaine. I was on cocaine. You know what I mean? I got a video of me holding the camera like this with them putting the dude in the ambulance and say, yeah, don't fuck with me. Anybody when you see me out there, don't fuck with me. I had a demon in me. I had a demon in me. I had a demon in me. That was not me. I'm embarrassed of that person. I got all the tapes. I can pull it up in 5 minutes right now. But that was a demon in me, man. I don't ever want to be. I ain't never did cocaine again since that dude punched me in my mouth. Never did cocaine again. That was the last time I did. And I got everything I deserved. The dude that hit me wasn't right, but he was right when you look at the shit I did days prior to that. I had it coming to me. Take your L and move on. Move on. Oh man, comedians love when that happened to me, right? They try to get me banned from a club from getting punched in the face. There is one dude on the New York comedy scene. I let everything go with all them dudes because I was wrong. There was one dude that didn't have anything to do with anything. It was like taking pictures of my mouth bleeding and shit like that. He's I think he opened up for Jordan Rock now. I ain't gonna say his name. Maybe a week before I left, I told him at some point I'm gonna catch him because he knew what he did was wrong. He ain't had nothing to do with anything. I barely knew that comic. I told him, when I catch you at an independent show, I'm gonna put hands and feet on you and ain't nobody gonna stop me. He tried to offer me all kind of shows because he knew it was wrong. No, man, let me put you on this. Yo, you wanna perform at the Stand and all that? And I ended up leaving, going to Thailand. I ain't forgot though. So when I see him, if I ever see him again, I'm trying my hardest when I get back to not purposely run into him. But if I ever see him again, I'm gonna still put my hands and feet on him. Because he needs it's a lesson for him to learn. When you see some street shit happening, ain't got nothing to do with you, stay out of it. You're not from the streets. That shit ain't had nothing to do with you. You coming over there trying to act like whatever the fuck you trying to act like. Had nothing to do with you. It's none of your business. So now I gotta show you what happens to people when you put yourself on other people's business and you're not from that life. You don't know nothing about that life. You was just trying to embarrass me. So, okay. And now was a perfect time because he ain't gonna see me coming. And I don't care if motherfuckers say he gonna put me on the Comedy Cellar. None of that's gonna, I don't care. He's gonna have to take this L, that's it. And I'll take the misdemeanor charge, assault charge, I'll take it. I'll take it. See, comic, that's the first thing you're gonna do. That's the first thing you're gonna do. You're gonna call the cops, that's the first thing you're gonna do. And I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. They ain't gonna keep me in jail long. Might get out and do it again just for calling the cops. Straight up. I might terrorize that motherfucker until he say I'm sorry. Till he say I'm sorry. Yes, I will. No, it ain't to prove a point. You don't kick a man while he's down, and you're not built like that. I'm gonna tell you what it's like. Of course, I'm not a snitch, whatever you call it, but it's just like this. If you know somebody is a snitch, this is shit that ain't got a lot to do with a lot of y'all. This is shit that ain't got a lot to do with a lot of y'all. This is for people that grew up in the hood. Like I grew up in some of the worst neighborhoods and lived in Nickerson Gardens. I'm from east side of Buffalo, New York. When I grew up in Buffalo, New York, the FBI labeled my neighborhood, not Buffalo, my particular top worst neighborhoods in America at that time. First of all, us 80s and 90s babies, our time is more violent than the time we live in now. Because of drill music and shit like that, people have some type of perspective that's incorrect, that is more violent now than it was back then. That's not the truth. We didn't have no cameras. We had very low surveillance back then. You see what I'm saying? So crack and coke was running rampant in our neighborhoods. It was way more violent than it is now. Way more violent. I grew up in a generation that wasn't as violent as, like, I was a kid in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. My brothers were like teenagers in the 80s. Their shit was more violent than my time. Them 80s, when that coke and crack first hit them black neighborhoods, we haven't seen a period of violence in the black community since. Since we haven't seen a community like that. Violence, unspoken violence. Most of them, a lot of the murders were unsolved. Violence. It's still so many unsolved murders back in those days. Today's time of violence can't hold a finger up to what was happening in that time, right? But it's just like if you see a snitch in the neighborhood, right? All y'all folks that grew up online and y'all ain't really was raised up in a violent neighborhood, y'all can be online and talk about this person's a snitch, that person's a snitch, right? It's fine, because you're online. You want to know how real life is? Some of these snitches will blow your motherfucking head off, right? So the truth of the matter is, as much as we want to talk about snitches, I'm a big time battle rap fan. Snitches is a big deal in battle rap, right? And you got all kinds of people claiming this person a snitch, that person a snitch. I look at this and I laugh. You want to know why? In real life, every neighborhood has a whole bunch of snitches. You know why it's a whole bunch of snitches and people ain't running up on them? Because in real life, some of these snitches and they'll fucking kill you, right? So you ain't in real life, ain't no nerd that's gonna run up on no snitch and be like, yo, you a snitch. You gonna get your head blown the fuck off. Right? Now, I'm relating that to what happened to me because I'm not no snitch, but it's like, you're not even from that life, right? You're a comedian. You never been connected to that life. You ain't never did anything like that, right? You need to stay out of people's business, man. That dude that did that shit to me is a killer. He still got an APV out. He almost shot a dude to death on the train, right? I still should have fucked him up hand to hand. I was so zooted. I was fucked up. I still could have fucked him, which made me even more mad. I knew I could have beaten fight. I knew it. I was so, and drinking, I was on neutral. You know what I mean? Dude punched me and I started laughing and I finished my drink. And then this dude coming up to me, the dude I'm talking about, putting his arm around me, taking selfies. I was inebriated. I didn't really know what was going on, right? So somebody asked me, am I willing to do that to prove a point? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Some people got to be taught lessons. If anything, he know more than I'm telling y'all that he was wrong. Because when I seen him in the stand a couple weeks later, he begged for forgiveness. And I said, nah, man. I said, nah. Like, he was, it ain't that serious and all that. And it's like, nah. You not that nigga. You not that nigga. If you was, I probably would have let it go. If somebody from that life, I probably would have let it go. Another nigga that's like 5'6", 5'7". But what I didn't like about it is me and that dude seeing each other at shows. We never said hi to each other. All of a sudden, I get into some shit, and you trying to put your arm around me and take pictures. What you think? It's funny, huh? I'm gonna show you how funny it is. And ain't no apology gonna make up for this. He offered me shows. That's what he did. He tried to offer me a show at the stand. I said, man, I don't want nothing from you, man. I know. But I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna tell you. I just ended up leaving to Thailand. That don't mean I forgot, because I didn't forget. So yes, for this particular thing, for getting into a grown man business that ain't had nothing to do with you, for trying to embarrass me and you ain't put your hands on me, yeah, on some man-to-man shit, I deserve to see what he about. You know what? Maybe he know how to fight. He 5'6", 130 pounds dropping wet. But one thing about New York, you don't ever underestimate somebody. You don't know what somebody is capable of. He might whoop my ass after that. You never know. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But the point that I'm saying is we gonna see. We gonna see. When I get back to New York, we gonna see. I owe it to him for him to show me. I owe it to him. But anyway, don't ever run with somebody in your personal life that you don't know has ever taken an L. I don't run with people that ain't never took L's or don't know how to take an L. Because if they never really took no L's, when it's their turn to take one, which is everybody, most of the time they don't handle it correctly. They panic. They panic. And I'm not gonna lie and say it's the easiest thing to do. It's hard to take an L. The number one thing to get over taking an L is time. When it first happens, it seems so serious and it hurts. And Lord knows I've taken a few L's, like different ones too. I've taken career L's. I've taken L's from women, right? The point I'm trying to make is everybody gonna take an L. You don't have to specialize your life in an L, but when you take an L, it's very serious that you sit down with yourself, clear your mind, don't have nobody else around, process it. So you don't keep taking L's, right? Process it, see what you did wrong, see what you could have changed. Because you don't want to keep competing L's. But if you ever don't sit down and process it to yourself, you'll never be able to learn how to withstand them. Because here's one thing about L's. Everybody takes them. Everybody takes them. And yeah, you're going to have people laughing at you, but at the end of the day, a lot of people still going to fuck with you depending on what type of L you taking. Depending on what type of L you taking. People going to still fuck with you because everybody took an L. Now, there's certain L's you can't recover from. We all know what those are. The grape, stuff dealing with kids. You deserve to not recover from those L's, right? There's still people that recover from them L's. We had a president that recovered. It's looking like more than likely he's done some shit with kids. And he's never gonna see no jail time from it. So anything is possible. Not saying that he should have recovered from that L. Those are L's you shouldn't recover from. Shit, I keep saying this, I'm gonna say it again. This motherfucker in Pattaya, Thailand right now. Got caught in 2 charges with kids. And he's still able to live his life in Pattaya. Ain't that crazy? Saying you never taken an L is like saying I came out the womb running. Right. I bet you some niggas out there that will lie to you and try to make you think they came out the womb running. Man, this was too much. I'm gonna have to take this shit with me. I like this. The only way to learn and grow. Yeah, don't be around nobody that can't, that you're right. You took it a step further and you actually right. Even if they can't even admit to taking an L, that's a bigger red flag than never taking an L. Someone saying that they ain't, someone saying they never took an L, that's a even bigger red flag than someone who's never actually taken an L. Well, they pretty much the same thing. Because everyone has taken an L, so if they're willing to say that they ain't never took an L, yeah, they probably lying. That's the truth, they probably lying. Maybe they didn't take a big L. Let's differentiate shit. Maybe people can get along in life not taking a huge L. Incels, right? people who you would claim to be incels, right? A lot of them haven't taken a lot of L's because they never took risks. When you get to talking to some of these incels and you try to figure out why they hate women so much, and you hear their story, it's like, nigga, you never even talked to a woman. It's like you so afraid of talking to a woman, you don't already prejudge women, and you never even took a chance. Never even took a chance. You just hate women because you're socially awkward and you're afraid of taking that risk. Man, look, I don't. Oh, this is a mango smoothie, mango avocado smoothie. Like, once again, the passport bros. The reason why they are where they are is because they don't have a history of talking to many women and getting rejected. They might have talked to one woman and got rejected, or had their heart broken once, and that was it. Every single one of y'all niggas watching me right now probably done got your heart broken by a woman. You got over and you went back out there. A lot of them niggas ain't do that. They got their heart broken once and said, I'm never talking to someone again. Never talking to a woman again. And then they just go on hating women after that, right? I seen some of them young niggas out there in Pattaya and all that. I done ran up on a few young niggas, don't even know me, and say, you know, don't even know me. Like, look, these people in Thailand, I don't be fucking with these black people in Thailand. A lot of them are weird and all that, but I still am a black man myself. So when I see something in my community, I don't go and divulge my opinion on everybody. But if I see somebody approachable, I'll try to help them. I ain't gonna front. 2 nights ago, me and my boy, we out in Vietnam. We went to this bar, and it was a whole bunch of people on the street. It was another brother. I could tell he was American. He wasn't African, and he looked like he was fucked up. I don't know if he was on E or whatever. He was in the middle of the street, and he looked like he's about to pass out. Everybody was looking at him. My boy was mind my business. I said, yeah, this fucked up though. It's making it look bad. I walked up to him and I said, look, man, I'll get you a cab to get you home, dog, because you real fucked up. You about to pass out in front of everybody. And I don't like, dude is, I think he was on E. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? I think he was on E, right? I think he was on E or whatever. But he was like, no, he all right. Maybe 10 minutes after that, he did end up passing out on the side of the road. I don't know. I let it go after that. I got in the car and I left. If you try to help somebody, you didn't want to take the help. There's nothing I can do after that. You know what I mean? All the other niggas were just watching. You know, I went and I actually tried to help. You know, so I do stuff like that. When I started figuring out what Pattaya was and I was seeing young niggas over there, 22, 23 years old, I would walk up on them and none of them was combative towards me. None of them was combative towards me. They all heard me out. It's like, yo, man, how old is you? Oh, man, I'm 22, 23 years old. Man, what the fuck you do? Every single one of them, I talked to like 3 of them. Every single one of them got what I was saying. I said, man, get the fuck up on out of here, dogs. You don't need to be here. You know, why you say that? Like, all these dudes here, look at these dudes. I point to them, look at that nigga, look at these niggas. You want to be like these niggas? These are all dudes that don't know how to take rejection from women, and they built their life here because all they're doing is overpaying these prostitutes. These girls don't even like wearing condoms, dogs. If you want to bust in any of these girls raw dog, they'll probably let you do it for the right amount of money. But look at the other niggas that they letting doing it. Look at these other niggas. Do you want to be like these niggas? Get the fuck up on out of here, man. Go out there, go back to America, get your heart broken, talk to as many women you can and get rejected, man. Then you'll see it's not no fucking big deal. I don't have no problem walking up on women in front of y'all on these live streams talking and getting rejected. The only reason why I haven't is because my page is not built on that. And I'm too old to be doing shit like that, to be honest with you. That shit for the 20-something-year-olds. But I could easily do that. I wouldn't give a fuck. It don't change that I'm a good-looking man. You know what I mean? It don't change none of that shit. I'm just not this bitch cup of tea. You're never gonna be everyone's cup of tea. That don't mean you ain't got good features for somebody else to fuck with. You see what I'm saying? And I've lived long enough to know that, yeah, I'm not every woman's cup of tea. But it ain't nowhere that I done went yet where I ain't been someone's cup of tea. You know, so, especially now, you shouldn't care at all being in America getting rejected by a woman. You should not care about that at all. That whole, like, I've been telling y'all I've been wanting to meet an American girl out here. The same night that I told y'all I was out in Vietnam, I talked to 3 American women and I got turned down by all 3 of them. And it wasn't that I got rejected by all 3 of them. It was the way I got rejected by all 3 of them, where I was like, man, I don't want to talk to none of these broads. One of them, I ain't gonna say that, I'm gonna leave that alone. But one of them was an American Vietnamese woman that was out here. And I saw who she was hanging with. I knew it was a bad idea to go talk to her because I knew who she was hanging with. I ain't gonna say who she was hanging with. I'm gonna let y'all figure out who she was hanging with. But I knew I shouldn't try to talk to her because I saw who she was hanging with, right? But I told my boy, I was like, yo, if she leave that corner, I'm gonna holler at her. So I went to the bathroom, came back, and my boy said, look who left that corner. So I went over there and I hollered at her, right? So we was talking, everything was cool, right? So I said, yo, what's your WhatsApp? The face she made when she said, what's your WhatsApp? I regretted even asking that. Because I've been around these Asian folks, right? And even if they say no or whatever, they don't make the face she made. I know where she got the face that she made. I know where she got it from. And when she made that face, I almost was like, don't give me your number. Because now I don't even really want to talk to you. Because she was like, what you want my WhatsApp for? Such an ugly, dog, nasty looking face she made. And I knew where she got that face from. I'm like, yo, this one thing about American women when they travel, they're not like us. They're bringing America with them. They're bringing America with them. I took that off the table. Every single one of them was like that. It was another broad I talked to. She was gorgeous though. She was like Asian Italian. She was gorgeous. We had a very good conversation. We talked for 20 minutes. She really didn't Can you hear me now? No sound? Let me see. Good? We good? Okay. Yeah, I had to close and open up. Somebody just called me. What was I saying? She said she hung with that lady. No. Some of y'all figured out. Some of y'all figured out the type of person she was hanging with. I'm just gonna say that she was hanging with another American girl. I'll leave. That's it. I'm not gonna tell y'all more. But when that Vietnamese, she was American, Vietnamese American girl. When I saw the face expression she made, it was like it was highly masculine. And it was Asian people don't even make those type of face expressions. Stank face from America, yes. And it was like, I felt like shit. Because it was like, why did I just try to talk to these American bitches, man? I didn't come out here for that. In my own defense, there's no way I could see her from across the room and tell she was American. People look very American, and you'll talk to them and they'll be British, right? But when I talked to her, oh, this broad American. And when she made that, I was like, man, get this stank bitch the fuck out my face. But there was another girl that she didn't really reject me. It's just, it's this thing American women do, and it becomes more clear to you once you leave the country, and you just get this weird feeling when you try to talk to them, and you feel like you're out of place because you're not in America. And what the Filipino Italian girl, she looked good, from Philly. She's from Philly. She's been out here 2 years, right? She didn't tell me no. I just stopped talking to her because obviously the way I asked her for the information, like she wanted to focus on that for a second, right? And then what she was doing is she was being difficult just to be difficult. And it's like, man, I just wanted to be with an American chick out here. I really can fuck somebody else. One of these, I could pick and choose one of these European girls and go home with tonight. which I did the day after that, Australian chick. You know, and it's like, why even go through that? Why even go through that? So she didn't really reject me. It's just she wanted me to work harder because I was like, yo, what's your WhatsApp? Oh, so you're not even gonna ask me for it. You just gonna go straight to what it is, and it's like, oh, what you want from me, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you want? Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been sitting here talking for 20 minutes. I'm asking you for your information. What am I supposed to make some white paper label or something? Why I need your information or I don't have time for that. Um, I'm thankful that I got into these conversations with these American women, right? Because it reminded me of why I don't talk to women back at home. It reminded me because it stuck out like a sore thumb, and it's like. And another thing I noticed is because the Vietnamese woman, after that, she just started staring at me. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the fuck she was staring at me for. We already had the conversation. Same thing with her. When she asked me what was that for, I didn't talk to her after that. I was like, don't worry about it. And that was it. That was it. Maybe if I'd have went further, I could have got the information. But I've been out here almost 3 years now. That comes off highly masculine to me. And I don't want no woman that's masculine. I don't care what race you are. I can go without the masculine shit. You see what I'm saying? And it sticks out. American women, I'm not about to get on here dogging American women out. We're going to get back on. I guess that is dogging American women out. But when you be around women from another country for a long time, you see American women, they look like a woman. They dress like a woman. Got the hair and nails done like a woman. But then when they talk, it sounds like you're talking to a man. And you don't, it's a big turnoff. He said, was she Asian chick with the American hairstyle and Cardi nails? That's exactly what was going on. She was with a black woman. Let me just go ahead and say it. She was with a black woman. Point blank period. She's with a black woman. It is what it is. I think my boy talked to the black woman, and I think she just cussed him out. You know what I mean? I think she just cussed him out. Straight up. I think she just flat out cussed him out. Like, I didn't even ask him what she said. I just saw the way he was talking. Because he went, I told him, man, do me a favor. He was a wingman. I said, go and talk to her and keep her occupied. I'm going to talk to the other one. And he wanted to talk to her anyway. Just the way she was talking to him, I think she just flat out cussed him out. An L, right? Yes, for trying to talk. Yes, for trying to talk. Then you'll see these same people, and this is the thing, they both stared at us afterwards. Because when I heard what he went through was similar to what I went through, but he didn't tell me the end. He's like, man, I ain't really trying to talk to that chick. That was the end of it. And I kind of got from their interaction what was happening. They both just sat over there and stared at us after that. And see, what it gave me is, they expected us to act American out there. They expect us, because this is the thing about women. Both these interactions I told y'all about. Once again, if y'all know women, I could have probably kept going and got the information, but I had to kiss ass more, right? That's American women. I had to kiss ass more. They want you to work harder for it. I'm not about to do all that out here. Maybe when I go back to America, I'll be forced to do it, which I won't. But maybe when I go back to America, I'll open myself up to it. I'm not a tooth and nails, hammer, it's like pulling teeth. I'm not about to be pulling no teeth for no information. Because guess what? Once you get the information, it don't get easier than that. It don't get easier than that. And when you in this environment, it don't fit. Man, look how peaceful this shit is, man. Look how peaceful this shit is. Do you want to meet a woman and that you end up arguing with out here? It's too peaceful out here. So, and I'm not putting this on black women because I didn't even try to talk to a black woman. Both these women are non-black women. It's the American attitude. I can't put up with the American attitude. This is not gonna lie, the right one, I'm going hard. Oh, that's all of us. That's all of us. These ain't the right one. If I'm willing to see any type of backlash, I don't want to continue the conversation, it ain't the right one. But you're right. For the right one, we all gonna do that. You 100% sure. Especially in the situation that I was in, because both these times, I decided to not go further with it. But the door was still kind of open. I just had to apply more pressure. And neither one of them was worth it. But on top of that, You have to fill the environment out. That attitude don't fit this environment. It don't fit. So it kind of like right away, it's like, man, I've been so peaceful. I'm not about to continue this conversation. Like, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. I'm not about to continue this. And I know for a fact with them staring at us, they kind of was looking at it like these niggas, if you talk to them, their side of the story, they'll say these niggas is weak. And yes, we were. Man, we about to go through all that shit. No fucking Vietnam, bitch. I'm not. I'm not. Maybe you meet one of these European niggas, they'll go through that. I'm not about to go through that. You talk like two adults. If you want to still be in contact and still talk, then let's do it. If not, I ain't gotta go. Stank face ass bitch. Don't look cute on you either. Like, don't look cute on you at all. Her face was disgusting looking when she made that face. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, what the fuck wrong with her face? Like, it didn't even look that hot. Didn't even look that hot. I learned my lesson. I'm not trying to talk to an American woman out here ever again. My boy told me he don't want to try big black woman group out here in Vietnam. He told me stay away from them because he was like, what they doing out here is even worse. Because he said, it pissed me off what he told me. It pissed me off what he told me. Because he was like, the way they do it out there is if you try to talk to them and it don't work, if you see them after that, they try to look at you like you a creep. And that's when all he had to do was tell me that. And I said, I won't try to talk to none of them. Because none of us need to go through anything like that. If you don't want to give me your number or cool. I'm a creep for trying to talk to you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's that liberal, it's a group of liberal people that's like that. They are the main reason why birth rates across all races went down, why people ain't dating no more. You give it to the liberals. They're the main reason why people ain't dating no more. Because none of that's called for. As a man, you go and talk to a woman. Either she gonna say yes, she gonna say no. It's nothing wrong with trying to talk to a woman and it don't work out. You move on after that. But to do this shit where you try to talk to them and it don't work out, you'll never get me to talk to one of y'all. Period. Out here, you'll never get me. I want to end up with a black woman. What I'm hearing about these ones out here, nah. And I've seen some of this. I haven't tried to talk to any of them yet, but I've seen some of this, right? I'm gonna tell you like this. It's some weird shit going on out here. I done told y'all about the passport bros. They're awkward. Some weird ass niggas, right? I went to some of these black meetings out here. I fucks with my people. We ain't got a date. We ain't got to do none of that. I still fucks with y'all. I go to these black meetings out here. The biggest group of people to come out here this last year to this area has been single black moms, right? That's cool. That don't mean anything. I go to these meetings where they at, all that. I treat them just like anybody else. We have good conversations. We don't have to date. We from the same community. We can still talk. Really? Yeah. Yeah, look online. They making a lot of videos out here too. They making a whole bunch of videos out here. But that's the biggest group to move out here. Single black moms. Other niggas explain that to you. I ain't gonna explain it to you. You almost can't explain it without sounding kind of disrespectful. But there's reasons why they moving out here. All of them ain't. But the biggest group are single black moms. There's some of them that's just single black women. Something that I noticed though, and my boys started laughing off of this. Something that I noticed though. The women I've been seeing out here are equally as weird as the guys. And it shows you how there's been a buffer placed between us as a community and something is off. I see these weird ass socially awkward niggas, right? I'm being real with y'all. When I see these socially awkward black women, I'm looking at it like the craziest thing about it is y'all really supposed to be dating each other. That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all really supposed to be dating each other. But it's some type of buffer that's been placed in between us to where y'all both just out here on different accords and don't nobody want to talk to each other. And it's sad when you see it. It's sad when you see it. You can see the same group 10 years ago would have been meeting each other, having babies together and all that, right? Um, but the way things is now, they don't even want to talk to each other. They don't even want to talk to each other. They don't want to talk to each other. It's so sad to see it. Because I really want to, I'm never going to say this to them. You know, I mean, maybe I'll get drunk and say it, because sometimes I can say some crazy shit. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes I just be wanting to look at all this and say, oh, y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all all weirdos. Y'all are the weird version of black women, and y'all the weird version of black men. Y'all all socially awkward. Y'all should be dating each other instead of arguing. That's what I be wanting to say. Y'all all weird each other instead of arguing. Y'all are not black excellence. Y'all are, both y'all. The black women in our country will be clowning y'all bitches. I clown y'all weird ass niggas. Y'all really supposed to be dating each other, having babies, because y'all both weird. But it's been a buffer placed in between them, and it's only gonna get worse, man. The more I look at it, the more I just can't see myself ending up with an American woman. God gonna have to be with me. I can't see myself ended up. That's one thing that this trip has done for me. I can't take that American woman shit. It ain't got nothing to do with color. That's nothing to do with color. Because the white woman is same too. White woman is same too. I just can't take. They've been given too much social power. And I'm not a misogynist or anything, but when a woman is allowed to call a man a creep, when a woman is allowed to call a man a pedophile, and there's nothing behind that, they're just allowed to do that, you're giving people too much power, man. These women are allowed to say that you raped them. No proof, no nothing. And when you find out they're lying, they're allowed to just go ahead about their lies. But the stakes for you is up there. If you can't prove you didn't do that, you're going to jail. If you don't go to jail, your name is ruined. They don't have to go through nothing. They're given too much power, man. And one of the things I heard that's deep and that's true, hold up, man, these people keep calling me. One of the things I heard that's deep and that's true is that this is the most power that women have had in society of all time. And they're the most unhappy that they've ever been. That's something deep. Hold on. Out of here. They gave me an upgrade in my hotel, and they want me to go back and switch my room so they can give my room to somebody else before I get out of here. But damn, I didn't even get to the academic shit, man. Not that I wanted to. I didn't get on as much as I wanted to. Fuck. Yeah, let me go ahead and end this. Let me go ahead and end this. Fuck. Anyways, I enjoyed this conversation with y'all. Bingo, but scared to talk. People don't court anymore. That's correct. It's the whole dating scene. All y'all that got married, you did the right thing. I should have got married a long time ago. I didn't know it was gonna turn into this kerfuffle, whatever the fuck you call it. Shit show. I didn't know it was gonna turn into this shit show. It's a huge shit show. And it seems very unlikely that you can find a real feminine woman in America. I don't even care about that submissive shit. I don't care about none of that. I just want a feminine woman. I want no woman doing all that. Nigga, I don't want nobody doing all that. And I'm not even, it's to the point where people that's not even black are doing that now. I don't got no time for that. I'd rather jerk my dick the rest of my motherfucking life than to be with something like that. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. If I ever have a kid and daughter, I ain't raising her up to be like that. Why? You might as well have a son. All right. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all. Maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow. I gotta get up out of here. I'll see y'all next time on Moxie Approved.